Hi everyone, this is the Violet Flame Oracle, and this is my third attempt at videotaping this. So I apologize that the cards are already out. I know that we all like to see them as they come out, but I had started to record with the shuffling, and then it was not going on live to YouTube. So I'm now having to record this and then upload it. I will channel the messages live time with you, as I have not gone through the cards yet. I had only pulled them out, and I do have the bottom of the decks ready. Thank you all for your continued support and love and light, and welcome to all those that are new to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Let me know how this message, this channeled source message resonates with you today. Today's reading is specifically for divine connections. That is soulmates, twin flames, divine partners, sacred unions, karmic connections, and so forth. Please only take what resonates, which means only take what you feel in your heart of hearts, and the nudge in your tummy tells you that is for you, and leave the rest. If you find that this message resonates with you, if you feel you want a deeper reading and you are guided to connect with me for that, you may book and purchase your private reading with me through my Etsy shop. All the links are in the bio on all my social accounts. So you'll go to the link tree in my bio and you will find there the Etsy shop link. I am also providing general love readings, so not just sacred union readings, wealth, abundance, work, as well as Akashic readings. So you can see where you are on your journey with your divine partner, and you can also see where you are on your personal journey, your life purpose, with an Akashic record reading. And all that is available through my Etsy shop. Again, the link is in the link tree in my bio. Now, I am going to do something a little different today. I was guided to use the Moonology Oracle cards for the current energies within each respective divine partner's physical space on possible actions towards one another and their respective connection. I apologize if you hear any noise in the background. Now, a few things are coming to mind. There were some guidance that I received as I was shuffling and getting into the energy of the beloved masculine and then for the beloved feminine, as well as additional guidance that I was receiving as I was shuffling the Moonology Oracle cards for possible actions towards one another in their respective physical spaces. Okay, so please stay tuned to the end to receive that additional guidance, because that is in addition to the cards that I have pulled out. As I was shuffling, I did see the image of two of these cards that have come up on each side. So there is mirroring going on within this connection in the heart space, okay? And the beloved masculine, his energy is feeling very calm, and there's a sense of joy there that's rising up. So what I feel is that he is coming to a conclusion. He is either made a decision or about to make a decision on the next steps to take towards his beloved feminine and their connection in the physical. And I feel that this is something that he's been working on, whether you know about it or not, beloved feminine. And I feel that he is ready, okay? He's readying himself, rather. There's definitely an awareness that the beloved masculine now has regarding his divine connection, regarding the connection with his beloved feminine. Even if it is unbeknownst to him that this is a divine connection, there is an awareness here that he is accepting of this soul connection that he has with his beloved feminine, that it's unlike any other. Now, getting into the energy for the beloved feminine, I did notice that the fire energy that I've been picking up for her is still there. Okay. So it is less so, which I'm feeling that it's because there is a sense of disconnect where she has gone within, where she is now working on her own spiritual journey, her own healing, her own ascension. Um, and it's no surprise to me that the Moonology cards that I pulled for physical action within respect to physical spaces, that we have full moons in fire signs. The beloved masculine has come up before as the King of Wands or the Emperor, which both are fire signs. And then you have the beloved feminine, who has been very much lately coming up as the Queen of Wands, which is also a fire energy. Now, I don't believe that this is specifically just for Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. I feel that this is the beloved feminine and the beloved masculine and their energy within this collective, how it's been channeled and what they've been coming up as, their energy has been coming up as. And you can take a look at previous current energy readings for this collective and see that that's exactly the point, the case. Now, I will use additional decks for additional guidance and clarification as I feel guided to. I will only clarify as I feel guided to. I do read the cards as traditional tarot, but I also add additional guidance that I channel so that I feel you, the viewer, can get as many messages as Source wants you to receive, as your angels and your guides want you to receive as you are viewing this. When you see this video, it will be the right time for you. Again, only take what resonates and leave the rest. And getting into the energies here of the beloved masculine, the first card out in his heart space, on how he is feeling towards his connection and his beloved feminine, we have the Two of Swords. The Swords energy in tarot is communication and thought. So to see that this is the first card out in his heart space, I'm saying that the beloved masculine is at a crossroads when it comes to communicating his feelings and emotions towards, about, and to his beloved feminine. Okay? Now, this is pretty much the energy I felt as I was getting into the beloved masculine's energy. There has been a decision that's been made. I feel that the collective I'm channeling for today, this sense of calm and the surgence of joy that I feel is coming up, is because the masculine has made a decision in this heart space regarding his connection with his beloved feminine. The second card out is Akashic Records. Now in this deck, I am using the Star Child Tarot by Danielle Noel for the beloved masculine. And then I am using the Star Child Tarot by the same person, Danielle Noel, for the beloved feminine. In my mind's eye, I saw this Akashic Records card coming out. There are a few additional messages that come up with this card, and in both decks, as Danielle Noel added a few cards to each deck for additional guidance and divination. Akashic Records is the book of life, okay? It is the life energy, where your soul purpose and all the many things that happen in your physical space when connecting with your higher self here in the physical realm come to fruition. Seeing as this is the second card out for the beloved masculine, I am seeing that not only is everything happening according to plan, divine plan, I also see that the divine is absolutely involved right now with the beloved masculine and helping him to come to a decision, to get out of this stalemate of this Two of Swords energy and make a decision to honor his soul contract with his beloved feminine. Okay, I also feel that this is the beloved masculine connecting with his higher self, which would make sense that this awareness that he has about this connection is because He may himself be in a moment of ascension within his spiritual journey, where not only is he aware of this connection, but he's becoming aware of his own higher self and connecting with his higher self through meditation or prayer or what have you. Okay. There's an additional message with the Akashic Records card, which I'm going to pull a book next and we're going to read from it really quickly so you get all the messages that come with that oracle card. The third card out in the beloved masculine's energy in his heart space is the Nine of Cups. So this here is wishes fulfilled. I also see this as a card of self-awareness, growth, unconditional love for self. As you can see in this card, the heart chakra is activated and illuminated. And she is in a meditative pose here, where the land meets the ocean. So there is this balance, I feel, that is coming from this card. And therefore, I feel that the beloved masculine has come to a balance of his emotions, and that the decision that he is making at this time is one where he is connected with his higher self and acknowledging the path before him, acknowledging this divine connection and the importance it has on his life's purpose and in his life period. And I also feel that this connection with his beloved feminine is a wish that he wishes to fulfill. It is something he deeply desires, and that he is accepting. He's accepting that. Whether or not he's verbalized it, whether or not he may be telling you or has told you that that is not the case. Either there's been a change of heart where he is now accepting this, regardless of whether or not he's communicating it, or he just may have not felt comfortable communicating it before, which is why we have the Two of Swords. Yet the divine is here, helping this beloved masculine come into his own and to pretty much make the decision to choose his soul path and to choose this soul connection. Now, in this deck, like I said, there are a few additional cards that are added to the major arcana. One of them being this card, which is card number 22. So 22 might be a special number for you. Akashic Records, it says here, when this card shows up, it comes as a reminder of the endless possibilities and limitless potentials that are surely available to you. So this is basically exploring insight, imagination, past life memories, intuitive glimpses, meditation, dreams, prayer, high frequency food. So you might have a masculine here who's changing their eating habits also. You might know this. If you know this, you can now make the connection and see that he is absolutely ascending. He is also receiving energetic downloads, loving connection with others. He's having this awareness of this loving connection towards his beloved feminine. He may be listening to music, dancing, exercising his body. I did pick that up with the fire energies within the physical space. Remember I said that there's definite work going on within the physical space when it comes to their growth and healing and connection. And something I channeled earlier, which we're going to go through thoroughly at the end of this reading, is that this fire energy that's coming up, I do feel, is being transmuted into a creative manner. So they may be writing poetry about one another, reading, maybe even writing a book about their journey, writing music, listening to music, getting involved in dance somehow. I did pick that up. So it's quite confirming to see that in his heart space, this Akashic record card came up, and that it is absolutely where he's at this time, in his heart and in his physical space. So not only are they mirroring, and you'll see that when I pull the cards out, but they are also connecting with one another in a creative way in the higher realms, regardless of whether they are in harmony in the physical. Okay? Now, what I'm seeing here is that not only is this beloved masculine perhaps accessing his Akashic records, okay, through meditation, through divine guidance, or perhaps through an Akashic record reading with a reader. Okay, it could be that the beloved feminines are not the only ones that are receptive to using divination tools. Take that how that resonates. I see that in connecting with his higher self, he is receiving all these downloads about his connection. And I feel that that is what's helping him make the decision here in his heart space towards his beloved feminine. Now, in his mind space, we have how he's viewing and thinking of his connection and his beloved feminine, the beloved masculine. We have the Page of Crystals. This would be the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is the thought of taking the first steps towards manifesting goals into the physical realm. This could also be in the form of an apology if there's been a falling out with his beloved feminine. Or this could be the beginning of the connection within the physical realm as a friendship. So where you may have not been in communication with this beloved masculine, what I'm seeing here, and I say you because it's mostly beloved feminines that I have found are subscribing to my channel. So please take this how this resonates with you energetically. I am seeing that this is a friendship that's starting, a friendship that will be blooming, the offer for a friendship in the physical realm. Okay, and that could be just, this beloved masculine wanting to take things slow, step by step. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about sudden changes. It is forward movement. It is also destiny. It is a card number 10 in the tarot. So this is the end of a cycle, the end of karmic cycles. This could also be the ending of karmic connections, and now moving towards the divine connection with his beloved feminine. The Wheel of Fortune can also be an influx of money coming in, which this Page of Crystals could be a new job, and in fact a new job that he is taking that will benefit this connection. Okay, take that how that resonates. And the third card out is the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands is about an inner struggle. Okay, it's about competition. So where it applies to this being in the mind space for this beloved masculine, if he is at this time gathering his pentacles, interviewing for new jobs, or starting a new job to be able to build the wealth that will provide for a stable foundation and home with his beloved feminine, I am seeing that he may be working somewhere where there is much competition, and therefore he's in this competitive energy to be able to move things forward with this Wheel of Fortune energy and offer this new beginning with the Page of Crystals for and towards his beloved feminine. If that is not the case, then what I'm seeing here is that the arguing or the fallout with his beloved feminine within this Five of Wands energy is something that he is still working through. Okay, and that may very well be why there is some sort of hesitation here to come forward with the Two of Swords. That decision, needing to make that decision to heal and let go and surrender to the connection and let go of this Five of Wands energy. Okay, bottom of the deck for the beloved masculine is the Ten of Crystals. The Ten of Crystals is about stability, abundance, prosperity in a home, with a family, long enduring, and established commitment. So it doesn't strike me as a surprise to see that if this masculine, for those of you that resonate with the masculine being at a new job right now or working on his pentacles to be able to afford a stable and happy home and life with his beloved feminine, then this 10 of crystals is on his mind. This 10 of pentacles. Okay, this end all, catch all is on his mind when it comes to how he feels and views this connection with his beloved feminine and his beloved feminine. Now, we're going to go into the energies of the heart space and mind space for the beloved feminine, and then we'll go into the energies within current space, current energies within their physical realm. The first card out for the beloved feminine when it comes to the current energies in her heart space, how she's feeling about her connection and her beloved masculine, we have the Emperor. Okay? So whether there is a little to no communication, or you are in harmony in the physical, or you are not in harmony in the physical, the beloved feminine is viewing her masculine as the Emperor. The Emperor is a expert strategist, so she could very well be noticing or have received some communication that this masculine is in fact working on building his empire. Okay, so this is coming back to this energy that we have here of the beloved masculine who is working on his pentacles to create this 10 of pentacles, to create this empire, to build this castle, to share with his beloved feminine. And she is feeling his energy. She could very well know that he's in fact got a new job, maybe moved recently, perhaps got a new job in a closer area to her home, to where she lives in the same city, if it's that they lived in different states or countries. And the Emperor is the 5D beloved masculine for those of you that are in a divine partnership with a twin flame. Okay? The second card out for the beloved feminine in her heart space is Divine Wisdom. Now here's where the mirroring comes into play. Divine Wisdom is the oracle card, another oracle card that was injected into this standard tarot deck, okay, that has to do with accessing the Akashic records. So here we have the beloved feminine and the beloved masculine, both accessing their connecting with their higher selves and accessing their Akashic records. This to me is also, I feel, the divine coming in, relaying downloads and guidance that the beloved feminine is now receiving, that we see with the Akashic record cards in the beloved masculine side, that he too is receiving these downloads. And there is now this certainty and awareness of this connection on both parts. Perhaps the beloved feminine with this in and out energy, or perhaps because she feels she has not received the upgrade in this connection that she wants to receive or had hoped to receive, she's drawn back, she's disconnected, and she may have lost hope or started to question whether this connection is real or not. And with this Divine Wisdom card here and the Akashic record card for the beloved masculine within his heart space, and both in the same spot, second card out for each, I see not only mirroring, but I also see that there's now this awareness that this is a divine connection. Okay, there's also an awareness here for this beloved feminine where she has come to understand that everything has been divinely guided, and that everything that has happened to this point has happened exactly as it was written. And where she may have had a difficult time accepting that before, I'm seeing that she is accepting of that and aware of that. And she in itself, I feel, is why she has chosen to disconnect and surrender to this journey. Now, there's a difference between surrendering and giving up. Giving up is walking away. Surrendering is allowing things to unfold naturally. Okay, so I do feel that this beloved feminine has gone within, is working on her own healing and her own soul path, and very well, for those of you who are on a twin flame connection, started her twin flame journey, twin flame mission, and she is receiving these downloads of guidance with this Divine Wisdom card. The third card out, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is communication and movement forward, passionate communication. I see that perhaps the beloved masculine did make a decision already, for those of you that this beloved masculine did make the decision to communicate his feelings, I'm seeing that either she sees it coming or she has received this communication with this Eight of Wands card, because the Eight of Wands is also about communication. And that could very well be why the Emperor is on her mind. He may have communicated to her that he's got a new job, that he's working at, building stability for himself and for their connection, or it's understood that in him building stability for himself, when they come into harmony in the physical, she will be able to benefit of the stability that he has built, this empire that he has built. Okay? We're going to move on to her mind space, how she's viewing and thinking of her masculine at this time, and their connection. First card out, we have the Ten of Cups. Interestingly enough, bottom of the deck for the masculine is the Ten of Crystals. So we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Crystals here. Okay, we have commitment, long-term stability in a home with a family. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is this emotional bliss, which is also a card of marriage. It is a card of a happy life, a joyful life, also within a family, within a partnership, within a home. Okay. The second card out for the beloved feminine in her mind space is the Eight of Swords. So we have the Eight of Wands in her heart, and we have the Eight of Swords in her mind. For some of you who have not received yet this communication from your Emperor, from your beloved masculine, you're feeling a little stuck at this time, waiting for this communication. I feel that energetically you may be telepathically communicating, astral travel, dreaming, hearing songs, seeing numbers, synchronicities, hearing your beloved's name, or people may even be speaking about him in your presence where they may have not, and you're finding yourself almost followed by this, and that is the divine trying to get your attention to not only allow things to unfold naturally for this connection, but to continue to work on yourself and your path to harmony within the physical with your beloved masculine by allowing things to unfold naturally, to get out of this Eight of Swords stuck energy. Now, the Eight of Swords is also an energy of stubbornness. So either this beloved feminine feels that the masculine is being stubborn, okay, in his ways, or stubborn in his communication. Perhaps she feels that she wants to know more, or she wants the communication to increase, or perhaps they haven't spoken yet and she wants communication, and therefore she's feeling stuck. She's wondering, when is this communication going to come in? She could also be wondering, when are things going to change? When are we going to move towards this Ten of Cups that she wants? And the third card out is the Empress, which is a match to the Emperor in her heart space, and it was the first card out. The last card out is the Empress. Okay, so in her mind space, she is absolutely the 5D beloved feminine, for those of you that are in twin flame connections. Okay, she is definitely the 5D feminine. Now, the Empress is also about creating abundance, creativity, birthing. And I feel that there's this stagnancy with the Eight of Swords energy. And the Empress is about this birth. So that would be creation, movement forward. And she definitely wants to create this Ten of Cups, this happy life with her beloved masculine. However, she's feeling a little stuck at this time. And it could be because there has not been communication, or there's been very little communication, and she would like for there to be more communication. Bottom of the deck for the beloved feminine, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And coincidentally, the Nine of Cups is in the beloved masculine's heart space. So we have this independent energy, okay? We have this independent energy here where he's working on unconditional love for himself and unconditional love for his beloved, fulfilling that wish. She is working on her own right now with this Nine of Pentacles independent energy, which I did channel this Queen of Wands energy, right? This fire energy. She too is working on her pentacles. She could very well be enrolling herself in classes. It could be cooking classes, dance classes, writing classes, or going back to school. Perhaps she's working on a promotion at her job or seeking a new path in career-wise. But she is definitely in this independent energy where she is preparing herself for harmony in the physical with her beloved. So she is definitely doing the work on a soul level as well as within the physical realm. Now, I am going to clarify a few cards here because I want to know a little bit more about what's going on. Okay. So let's clarify a few cards here for the beloved masculine. I'll be using the Golden Universal Tarot, and I've already pre-shuffled these cards. I'm just going to shuffle them again. What else do we need to know when it comes to the beloved masculine's energies, current energies in his heart space towards his beloved feminine? What else can you tell us about this Two of Swords? One card, please. What is the Two of Swords here? Please show me. Okay, that's too many cards. Just one card, please. Why is the Two of Swords here? Okay. Now this card has been following around this collective for a while. We have strength. Okay, strength is about spiritual strength. It is about taming the ego, as this feminine energy here is taming this lion. Okay, it is about this mutual, reciprocal, infinite, with the infinity symbol there, growth within the spirit. Now, the strength card can also mean forgiveness. Okay, and so there is this impending communication with the Two of Swords, okay, to work on this forgiveness, quite possibly offer an apology and work on self-forgiveness. Okay, having the strength to forgive oneself for one's faults and come to an unconditional love where you have this forgiveness and acceptance of self and of others, of his beloved feminine and their connection. And I feel that this crossroad and this decision here is because the masculine is at the end of this cycle with this Nine of Cups, the end of this cycle of connecting with his higher self. We have the Akashic records here, connecting with the higher self, connecting with the divine, in order to find forgiveness for his beloved feminine, forgiveness for his own faults, and make that decision within his heart space on communicating this. Okay, so there's this awareness of the beloved masculine in this connection, understanding where he may have gone wrong, what he may have hurt his beloved feminine, what he may have done that has created disharmony within the connection. And he is working on taming that ego and connecting with his higher self to make decisions from a higher heart place, is what I'm getting. I am also going to clarify this Five of Wands in his mind space. Why is the Five of Wands here for the beloved masculine when it comes to what he's thinking or how he's viewing his beloved feminine and their connection? Why is the Five of Wands here? Okay, I think we got two cards. Look at that. Five of Wands. We have the Lovers and we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is the bottom of the deck for the beloved masculine as well. Ten of Crystals, Ten of Pentacles. So this inner struggle here, this Five of Wands energy, okay, has to do with, I feel, the power dynamic within a home with his beloved, okay, where he is now aware that there has to be a new beginning in the physical, a different beginning, not the same old, and forward movement. Okay, forward movement towards this Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so where there's been a power struggle within this connection in regards to building this long-term home, this committed relationship with this beloved feminine, I am seeing that it is something that is coming to an end with the 10 here, the end of this cycle. I am seeing that he is finding the inner strength, okay, with the Strength card coming out here, to make the decision regarding this connection and build a home together in the physical. So there's this awareness that that work needs to be done, and I feel as I got into the energy, that sense of calm and joy is because the masculine is gearing up to make that decision to move towards his beloved feminine in the physical, especially with the Ten of Pentacles coming out twice for him. Now I'm going to use the Crystal Tarot for clarifications here for the beloved feminine. I haven't asked anything yet. Okay, so let's see. What can Spirit tell us here? Let's see. What do we want to clarify? What do you want? What else do you want the beloved feminine watching here? Or whoever's watching here regarding the beloved feminine's energy when it comes to... Let's do this Eight of Wands. I'm being guided to clarify the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here in her heart space? Please show me. That one wanted to come out. Okay, we have the moon. Okay, so the moon is also about receptivity. It is the divine feminine, right? Feminine energy. And coming out with the Eight of Wands, I feel that there's been communication that has not yet occurred. Okay, so she is wondering, she's operating in the dark here. She's wondering, when is this communication going to come in? Okay, for some of you. For others of you, you may be very well manifesting this communication. You may be working with the cycles of the moon to set intention for this forward movement and communication to come in from your beloved masculine in regards to your connection. Okay? Now I'm going to get one more card here on why is the moon here with the Eight of Wands for the beloved feminine. Why is the moon here? Please show me one more card. What do we need to know about this moon? Okay. So we have the Three of Swords. Okay, this is a loss. This is a loss. Okay, so I'm feeling that she is heartbroken at this time because she is operating in the dark with this moon energy when it comes to the movement and communication within this connection. I also feel that there's been this heartbreak that she is keeping to herself and not communicating, okay? Or that she understands the Emperor, her beloved, okay? She's receiving guidance about her beloved. This is divine wisdom, divine guidance that's coming in. That has to do with him working on this healing while they are not in communication. She doesn't know that he's working on this healing, is what also I'm being guided to say. Okay? However, this healing that he is working on, unbeknown to her, is going to move this connection forward with this Eight of Wands, which is swift forward movement. I also feel that he will be communicating this once he's ready and he's done with his healing. Okay, he has found forgiveness for himself and for his beloved and the spiritual strength needed to make the decision to move towards this connection. I do feel that he will be communicating this to his beloved feminine, letting her know, hey, you know, the truth. I was hurt. I've been hurt before. I've been hurt by others, or I was hurt within our connection. And I've been working on my healing. I've been working on forgiveness. And I hope that you forgive me, and so on and so forth. I'm also going to get another card for the Three of Swords, because I know that For most of you, you may be a little triggered by that message. What can Spirit tell us here on this Three of Swords energy with the moon? Please show me. Three of Swords. Why is the Three of Swords here? With the moon for the beloved feminine. Oops, sorry. One card, please. Why is the Three of Swords here? Okay, that's too many cards. Just one card. Please bear with me. Three of Swords. One card. Why is the Three of Swords here? And we have the Two of Swords. Okay. So we have a beloved feminine who definitely is feeling a loss in this connection. Okay. Because there is a stalemate. There's no communication, or very little communication, or no movement, or very little movement, excuse me. And therefore she is in the dark about it. She's anxious about it. She may be up at night about it, because she is wanting this forward movement or communication from her emperor, from her beloved, and hasn't received it yet, or hasn't received it how she would want to receive it. So perhaps he may have communicated but not yet apologized, or apologized but not, she feels that there's loose ends to that apology, is what I'm hearing. So this is a beloved feminine who is at this time a little heartbroken, okay, and disconnected from this connection. And that is because she is healing this heartbreak, and she may be keeping it to herself. So there may be those around her, family and friends, who have no idea that she is at this time healing a heartbreak. Okay, but this is not third party. We clarified it with the Two of Swords, so we know it has to do with this stalemate and forgiveness. Because remember, the Two of Swords came out as the first card out for the masculine, where he is at this time, during this stalemate or lack of communication, making a decision on how to come forward and find forgiveness for himself and towards his beloved, offer an apology, move things forward, communicate his feelings. Now, I am going to take one more card here on what wow, the cards just want to come out. Eight of Swords in the beloved feminine's energy. Why is the Eight of Swords here in her mind space? Okay, Eight of Swords. And we have the Page of Swords. Okay, which is also about communication. So we have this Eight of Swords, which is stuck energy. And we have the Page of Swords, which has to do with communication. It has to do with taking the first steps of manifestation. It also has to do with doing the research. Okay, so either while she is in the stuck energy, waiting for her masculine to come towards her, she could very well be learning about her life purpose. She could also be observing him, which is why she's feeling stuck, because perhaps she's observing that he's not making any movement towards her to communicate or to move this connection forward. I'm going to ask for one more card here on this Page of Swords, and then we'll move forward to the physical realm and their current energies there. Okay, so why is the Page of Swords here for the beloved feminine with the Eight of Swords? Why is the Page of Swords here? Please show me. All right, we have the Empress, okay, which the third card out for her was already the Empress. So this is confirmation for you and I that these are her feelings, okay? She is the one who is feeling stuck with this Eight of Swords energy. She is the one who at this time is doing some research on either how to get unstuck, okay, or observing her masculine, therefore she is stuck. She at this time is working on getting out of this stagnant energy and moving towards an abundant creative energy. Creation, okay, because the Page of Swords can also mean taking the first steps into manifesting, okay, in the physical realm. So it is, for example, the Ace of Swords is victory, success, and then you have the Page of Swords, which is building upon that victory and success, and we have abundance here. Okay, so I feel that while the energies are a little stuck, while she's feeling a little stuck, she is taking the next steps to build her own abundance, to build her own wealth, to work on her soul path rather, or to work on her own soul progression. Now we're going to go into the special portion of the reading where I've used the Moonology oracle cards here by Jasmine Boland, and I've already taken these cards out, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I asked for one card from each, from Spirit, on the current energies within the physical realm for the beloved masculine, and then for the beloved feminine, on possible actions that they may take towards one another in their connection. 2 cards fell out for both of them. Okay? Right away I can tell you that he is in action mode and she is in receptive mode. So she is actively surrendering to the connection and he is working on making movement towards it. Okay? First card out for the beloved masculine, we have look at the bigger picture. Special message for you if you or your beloved masculine are Sagittarius, as this is the full moon in Sagittarius. And it came out with hold your vision, which is the fixed moon. Okay? In Moonology, the fixed moon is actually a special moon card. Okay? It is not a phase of the moon, but rather an occurrence. Okay? And this is asking him to hold his vision. So what I feel is 2 things came up, okay? He is either looking at the bigger picture and making plans to move towards this 10 of crystals, this end game, okay? He's looking at this end game and making plans on how to achieve this goal. And he is holding on to that vision. He is not allowing anyone to deter him from moving towards these goals so that he can offer this stable foundation and home and life for his beloved in the physical. Okay? This could also be that this is something he is working on. So he may be caught up in the details at this time. He may be hyper-focused in the details at this time and having to recognize the hurdles that are in the way, as well as the distractions, which could explain this 5 of Wands energy, the inner struggle that has to do with the Lovers and the 10 of Pentacles, this connection, choosing this connection, doing right by this connection to build this 10 of Pentacles, this wealth and home and stability and long-term goals, achievement with his beloved feminine. And therefore, that could be for those of the beloved masculines who are just becoming aware to the connection, now working on themselves and working on this forgiveness for self and for their beloved feminine. Now, I'm going to read a little bit from the book just so that there's any additional guidance here for you, something that might resonate. Okay? Now, the full moon in Sagittarius is a fire sign, as we all know. The King of Wands is the 3D masculine within the Twin Flame Collective. And also, it's a fire sign, and the Emperor is a fire sign, and we have the Emperor that came up over here in the beloved feminine, okay, as she sees her masculine. Now, when this card comes up, okay, the full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big wide world to see beyond our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into uncharted territory. It's about big ideas versus the details. So looking at that bigger picture, looking at that 10 of crystals, working towards that 10 of crystals, okay? No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look bigger. So this card could be coming up because the masculine at this time, okay, needs to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. He needs to have a more positive approach, be positive in thought, It says here, now is the time to count your blessings if you don't yet have exactly what you want. And this card is also a reminder that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty on this journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for the best. The universe could surprise you. And I feel that he's being guided. Okay, the beloved masculine is being guided here to avoid distractions, to regain his confidence when it comes to taking action towards his beloved feminine and their connection. He's also coming to an awareness of whether or not he's actually shown that he cares. Has he shown, are his words matching his actions? Perhaps he's been all talk and no action. That's also coming up here. And now is the time for him to act as well and to keep this end game, hold his vision, which is ultimately choosing the path towards this divine connection with the Lover's card and long-term goals and home and stability and commitment with this divine partner, with the Ten of Pentacles coming up twice. Now, when it comes to hold your vision, this is a fixed moon, okay? So when this card comes up, there are two main possibilities. The first is that the masculine needs to stand firm in whatever situation he's in, okay? He needs to ground himself into this connection and stand firm on the decision that he's making on moving towards this connection or regarding this connection and his divine partnership. The second, okay, very different interpretation is that something is stuck. So he may very well be stuck, and we know we got that somewhat of a stuck energy here with this Two of Swords, stuck at a crossroads, needing to make a decision because he is gaining the spiritual strength, connecting with his higher self, taming his ego, finding ways to forgive himself and his beloved feminine, and therefore he is needing to look at the bigger picture to find that forgiveness, releasing whatever is keeping him stuck, moving away from distractions. Okay, this is also about the fixed moon is also about staying power, having faith, and having patience where needed. Okay, this is about avoiding stagnation. This is about not being stubborn. Okay, now in here it says in astrology there are three quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable when it comes to moons. This is the fixed moon, fixed sign. So the fixed signs are particularly in astrology Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. We have the full moon in Leo that came out for the feminine, and we have the bottom of the deck, which is new moon in Aquarius, and we'll go into that next. So we have fixed sign and a fixed sign as the bottom of the deck and as the energy within the physical realm for the beloved feminine, having to do with this fixed moon. So I'm seeing here, and this is where we come back where the beloved masculine has action within his physical space, while the beloved feminine is being more receptive, is that he's being told to avoid stagnancy. He's being called to action. And she is fixed in her ways. She's surrendering to the connection, working on herself. She is not pursuing. She's not chasing. Okay? And that's where I felt we needed to get that. Now, the fixed signs can be stubborn. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Special message if you or your beloved are one of those. The fixed sign in astrology can be stubborn. So anything that is just starting as you draw, any situation that is starting as this card comes out, may last longer, which means that she is not going to be chasing him at any time. She's not going to be reaching out to him at any time soon. I should say soon. She's allowing him to do his work while she does her work and allowing him to come to her. Okay, which ultimately is detaching from the outcome, detaching from the connection, allowing things to grow and evolve on their own. Now, bottom of the deck, before I go into the feminine's energies, is bring love into the situation with the new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so we have the full moon, which is the ending phase of the moon. So we're coming to an end here. on looking at the bigger picture for the masculine. Okay, he is coming to an end of this cycle, this phase, having this awareness, this culmination of plan and strategy to move towards this connection, okay, while focusing on his goals and keeping his eyes on the prize, and his prize being his beloved feminine, okay? And they're both being guided here, or rather, I could feel that they're both mirroring this energy. They are bringing love into the situation. The masculine is aware of this connection. He's bringing love into this connection. He's realizing that his love for his beloved feminine far weighs, any falling out or any guilt, which he's working on this forgiveness. And he's being guided to bring this new love, this new sense of love into the connection. Now, coincidentally, Aquarius is also the first sign within the astrology chart. So this is about a fresh new beginning, because you have new moon, fresh new beginning, which is the first phase of the moon, and then you have Aquarius, which is the first astrological sign within the astrological chart. So we have this fresh new beginning here, having this new view on things. And I feel that it's because they're both learning to love one another in a different way. So where there could have been codependency before, I feel that this also has to do with forgiveness. Like they both are learning to forgive and healing at this time, so that when harmony in the physical is attained, or the upgrade of harmony in the physical, if it's that you are already together in the physical with your beloved, then this is this new sense of love and this connection, unlike how it was before. This is bigger and better, is what I'm hearing. And just as I said that, I looked down and I saw again, look at the bigger picture. So bigger and better. Now moving on to the beloved feminine's energies. Now in her current space, her physical space, possible actions towards her beloved and their connection, I'm feeling that she's in a very receptive space. So she's not going to be acting as much as acting by allowing. So she's not giving up, okay? We have a time for healing that came out together with Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, which is the full moon in Leo. The balsamic moon is a phase of the moon, so she's at this time going through phases, okay? She is cycling out something, and it could very well be that she too is cycling out this stagnant energy that she's in with the Eight of Swords. She could be coming to an end there, okay? And she is working on healing where we saw this. She is working on healing this broken heart, okay? She is working on healing it. She could very well, again, be working with moon's cycles, the moon's energy, setting intention at the new moon to manifest this healing here, to come out of this withdrawal, because she too also has the Two of Swords, coming to a decision. And she is learning to not let pride get in her way, okay? She is learning to see the beauty, because Leo is also a sign of beauty and love. So she is learning to heal her heart and to acknowledge the beauty of the process and the beauty in this connection and in the loving energy that she still feels for her masculine and that she may be receiving from her masculine, seeing as we do have the Page of Swords with the Empress that did come out earlier. While she awaits for this forward movement, or she awaits for communication, or for this specific message, okay, there may be some communication, but she's awaiting a specific message. And I feel that that specific message, okay, has to do with this Ten of Cups, this emotional bliss that she seeks with her beloved masculine. And she is allowing him to work on himself while she works on herself, and allowing things to unfold naturally. Now, again, I'm going to use the book here to give you some additional guidance here. Now, when it comes to the balsamic moon, and it says here, a time for healing. Okay, so we have a time for healing, and it says here, pulling this card suggests, let me see if I can get it in. There we go. Pulling this card suggests that the past is in the past and a bright future is beckoning. However, before you take your next step, make sure that both you and the situation feel healed. This is not the time to paper over cracks or to simply pretend that everything is okay. Rather, you still need a little more time to heal and to soothe both yourself and anyone else in need. Then remind yourself that anything is possible if you believe it. This is also a time to surrender and wait to hear guidance from the universe. Okay? So I did mention that I did feel that as I got into her energy, that this beloved feminine for this collective is at this time going within and working on healing herself. And we did get that. So here is the confirmation that this is what she is doing while she surrenders to the connection. And again, by surrenders, I mean allows things to unfold naturally. Not give up, but surrender, allow. This also means that powerful insights can be had. Okay, so she's receiving powerful insights and downloads on while she's working and healing on herself. If you know that someone or something really isn't good for you, this card is a reminder to surrender. Now, there I feel that that means give up. Okay, and I feel that when it comes to that within this connection, because divine connections, there is this thread that binds us and we are never truly in separation. So I feel that what that means is to let go of the bad, to let go of the past that no longer works for you, what is no longer for your highest good within your connection, on how you connect with your beloved masculine, how perhaps things that you're holding on. I feel that it's holding on to the past, holding on to fault, to guilt, to shame, to things that may have occurred that are only keeping your vibes down, keeping your vibes low, and holding you down, holding down the connection. And you need to let go of that. You need to heal that and then let it go. Okay, it says here, start to work on your belief in your dreams so you're ready when the time comes. Again, I do feel that's what she's doing, because we do have the Nine of Pentacles here as the bottom of the deck. That she is working on her healing, on her pentacles, on her own growth, on her spiritual growth, on her spiritual journey, while she waits for her masculine to work on himself. And she's not chasing him. She's allowing him to come to her when he's ready. Now, with the don't let pride get in your way, I feel that this is what you need to surrender, beloved feminine. You need to surrender your pride. For those of you who have not, okay? Or for those of you who have, continue to do that work, to surrender that pride and not allow that pride to get in the way when your masculine comes back. Okay, now again, that is a full moon in Leo, so that is a cycle coming to an end. I'm looking through the book here to get more information here for you guys. So that is a cycle coming to an end again. She's coming to an end of this. So I feel that she's going to trump this. She's going to get over this pride that she may have, this taming of the ego, which we have here too. Look at that. Here's the other lion being tamed. This could be very well that she's seeing that the masculine is taming his ego. Okay, because we did have the Page of Swords come up for the feminine. So she could very well see that he's healing, and therefore that's giving her some inspiration to continue to work on herself and to be prepared for harmony or an upgrade in harmony in the physical once her masculine comes forward. Now it says here with the full moon in Leo, okay, we have you been letting your pride become an obstacle? Is the question you're asking based on your ego, or is it from your heart? Leo energy is all about the heart. Think of the big-hearted king of the jungle, the lion. Its energy is magnificent, but when it's combined with the rush of the full moon, which it is, full moon in Leo, it can become over the top. So she could be overwhelmed at this time, okay? Or she could be sensing that her masculine is overwhelmed. This card may have come to you because you need to end a deadlock that has developed. Okay, so that deadlock being this, right? Two of Swords on her side, her heart space, and Two of Swords on his side. So I think, okay, that if there has been some sort of communication here, okay, of the beloved masculine towards the beloved feminine, perhaps she may be letting her ego get in the way because perhaps it wasn't delivered how she would have liked, or when she would have liked, or how she would have liked. Okay, but she's being guided here to understand that we each love in our own way. We each communicate in our way. Some of us are more prone to communicating our feelings than others. And she needs to heal that, okay? She needs to take this time apart while you guys are apart. Or even if you're not apart, take this time to heal that ego, to release that ego, okay? It also says here that more love and thoughts for the greater good are the solution to the drama. And then we have the bottom of the deck again, bring love into the situation. So he's being guided to bring love into the situation, to focus on love, right? To hold his vision when it comes to love, and to, when he's looking at the bigger picture, or to look at the bigger picture and to bring more love into the situation. And she in turn is being told to bring more love into the situation while she finds healing, or rather to bring love into the situation by allowing this healing to occur, for him to continue to work on his healing, because he is not ready, she is not ready. They are definitely steps ahead from where they were a few months ago, maybe even last week, but they're being guided to bring love into this situation, and to let go of pride, and to let go of ego, and to focus on love, because love is the only thing that matters in this connection. Okay, now I'm going to go a little further into the bottom of the deck here before we close up this reading, where we have the new moon in Aquarius, just to give you a little bit more information here. I feel that this is an additional message on its own for this collective, both the beloved feminine and the beloved masculine. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. Sorry. So this is the time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius means no looking back. Okay, so again, let go of the past. They're both being guided to let go of the past. Change is on its way, and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you can believe you can have it, and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently or on your own, but be loving when you do so. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up, as Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Okay, so I also feel that in preparing themselves for this, okay, he is preparing himself, to build this long-term commitment and home and stable life. And she is working on herself to prepare herself. We have the 9 of Pentacles, right? Synchronicity here, 9 and then the 10. Okay, so she's in the 9 and he's in the 10. They're both coming to the end of this cycle within the physical, because it's Pentacles energy, physical realm. So I feel that whatever has been occurring until this time, be it a stalemate, because we've got the 2 of Swords a few times, or be it some internal conflict or healing that needs to occur, because we also have strength here, which is healing this ego, taming this ego. Okay, on the masculine side, forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness. Strength card is forgiveness, an apology, being forgiven, forgiving others, choosing this connection, okay, to build this long-term stable environment and atmosphere for their connection in a home, a family perhaps. Okay, she's got the 10 of Cups, he's got the 10 of Pentacles, is her joy. Okay, so they're both at this time within the physical realm, working on this connection. I see that he's working on moving towards her, okay, letting go of distraction, looking at the bigger picture. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Just to recap, we have the 10 of Pentacles that came out twice for him, okay, bottom of the deck, and then as a clarifier to the 5 of Wands with the Lovers. Okay, and those cards came out together. And then we have her being receptive, going within and healing, okay, working on her growth at this time and her healing, and realizing that she needs to heal these things so that she can be prepared, Knight of Pentacles, for when her masculine returns or chooses or decides to move towards this Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Seeing as he is in this decision-making mode at this time, finding this forgiveness, finding the strength to make this decision. Okay. So ultimately what we see here is that there is a cycle that's coming to an end. We have a masculine who has been working on his healing, has been connecting with his higher self, could possibly be meditating, has the sense of awareness that this connection is important to him, that it is a once in a lifetime, I'm hearing. And she, while she may feel disconnected, it's not so much that she's disconnected, but rather that she is surrendering, allowing, letting things go that need to let go, and letting things be that need to be. And I feel like she's allowing the masculine to do his work. And she could very well be seeing this or have received communication if it didn't come directly from the masculine about this, because they both are mirroring this Akashic record, divine wisdom. Okay, he got the second card out for him, second card out for her. This divine wisdom, divine guidance, that everything right now, exactly how it is and how everything has culminated, or how everything has progressed, is exactly how it was supposed to. It was a part of the Akashic records. It was divinely guided, and they're both now becoming aware of this. If they haven't already, they both are, and they're mirroring that. So they are in each other's energy, and I see that he is working on taking this action. She could very well see or know that he's taking this action and strategizing to move forward, with the Emperor here, who's about strategy and building an empire. Here's his empire, Ten of Pentacles, which we know we came up twice. And she's in her own here, the Emperor, the Empress rather, which is the match to the Emperor. In her heart space, in her mind space. So how she's feeling him, how she's viewing herself, okay, which is also this independent energy, working on abundance. Nine of Pentacles is also about abundance. And right beneath that, we have Temperance, okay, which is also a card of Sagittarius. We have the full moon of Sagittarius for him, okay, special message. Other than that, it's about healing, which we have the time for healing for her. So that is very interesting. And under the Ten of Crystals, bottom of the deck for him, we have the Devil card, which is oppression. So this is that stuck energy, I feel. The stuck energy with this Eight of Swords here on her side, that she is feeling or seeing, okay? She, the Empress, seeing with the Page of Swords that he is stuck. That he is stuck at this time with the Eight of Swords. And I feel almost like she's seeing that he is coming to an end of that, because then we have the Ten of Cups for her. So the another end of a cycle, reaching this pure joy and bliss within this connection. So he is working right now in the physical to get his pentacles together. Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, new job perhaps. Okay, to build this foundation, Wheel of Fortune, movement forward, or this could be money coming in to help him build this home and this stable environment, and be committed to this connection. And so there's some shadow work that he's still doing. And this could be the distractions that he's being guided to let go of, okay, by holding his vision, keeping his eye on the prize. Let go of that and work on this strength to tame this ego. This could also be karmic lessons that have come to an end, because we have here the Devil, which is about karmic lessons, karma, karmic partnerships that are coming to an end, cycling out, where he's now finding the strength, or forgiveness. Perhaps there's forgiveness that he's working on within that karmic connection that's coming to an end, for those of you that have a beloved masculine who is in a karmic connection. Okay, I'm seeing that is also coming to an end, cycling out. Why? Because he is releasing this karmic connection, moving past it, and choosing his divine connection. And that is his long-term goal. Okay, Ten of Pentacles again. Thank you so much for your continued love and light. Please feel free to check out my Etsy shop to book your private reading. All the links are in my bio, in the link tree there. And I am wishing you much love and light from my heart to yours.